All right, so today is January 27th, and today was an amazing day again for GameStop. So let's just look at my favorite Wall Street bet person. Shout out to D fucking value. This guy's amazing. This guy's like crazy. He turned 50K into more than 47 million as of today, and he took out gains the other way. Right, he sold some calls. He rolled them into like regular shares. Today he sold 300 of the calls, the April 16, $12 calls, and yeah, this is crazy. I'm looking at he made 20 million today. He made over he made like he this is all from 50,000. Like he been selling and he has 13 million cash. So even if everything crashes, he'll have over 13 million. So even at that return is ridiculous. All right, let's jump into GameStop. Okay. So, yeah, Tesla fell after hours, but we're going to talk about GameStop today, not Tesla. All right. So, GameStop went up. It doubled again because of Elon Musk. We had a very volatile day. From the peaks, we dropped in the open, hit low 250s, went to 380, dropped to 300, and then traded in this range. I did not sell any of my shares. I'm still holding, because I know the short haven't got out yet. So the short interest, as I just looked it up, is still at 80 million. Okay, and there's gonna be a grammar squeeze very very soon because the highest calls were 200, and if it all expire in the money on Friday, that means that on Monday there will be a grammar squeeze, and the grammar squeeze could trigger another 15 million shares that market makers needs to buy. Keep in mind the free float is around 30 million, and the total flow is only 70 million. So, at this moment, they're very in a bad position. Although GameStop is down after hours, it's not that much because we dropped to 300 level once, twice. We dropped multiple times, so one time, two times, three times. If you were scalping the other day, you gonna make a decent amount of money as well. But I didn't want to miss the short squeeze, so I did not choose a scalp. I just held it through, because I think scalping today wasn't that good because there was no halting, and the stock price was moving pretty steady, and there was once a drop, but it wasn't significant. So let's look at the daily chart. So there's a huge gap up. The red lines are all resistance at like the low 70s, so you can ignore that. So the resistance right now we're looking at 350, 380, and support will be at 300. And 320 is also a critical one. Yeah, but mostly 350 we need to break, and we need to break 380, and then we can move even higher. So my target, I actually raised it. So my target price is actually roughly like 1,200-ish. We at least could get like 600. That's not my question because short squeeze will happen with the grammar squeeze. So the short squeeze didn't happen today, but we still doubled, more than doubled. We went up $200 a piece. So yesterday after Elon Musk tweeted, I added more shares, not a lot, just 20 shares. So even I added at 172 a piece. So even now that's like more than like $150 a piece. So pretty good. So anyways, I just want to show you guys today. It's actually if you actually look at the volume, we're actually low volume. We're only at 91. On the other days, we had almost 178, 177, and 197. So today is like half of the volume of a typical trading day, and this candlestick is good because we push down, we push back up. That means a lot of buying pressure. And shorts have not got out even though they released news in the morning. In the morning trading, we actually hit around 380 in the highs till Melvin had like a report that they sold, but they did not sell because the amount of like volume and stuff, and the short interest is still there. Even if they sold, more people covered. I don't care if they sold or not. It's about the short interest. As long people are still shorting, the short squeeze have not happened because once the shorts, if all the shorts got out, the price will not be at this low. It will be at least 500 to 600, and adding the grammar squeeze and everything, grammar squeeze is gonna take even more shares off the table. So I'm estimating at least like 1,000 a piece minimum. So when people think 1,000 pieces is a joke, it's not a joke. It's actually a high possibility it will happen. All right. So today was a messy day. The Fed was speaking. The market tanked. Like the entire market tanked. The SEC Dow Jones was down 600. Nasdaq down like 2%. Everything, all my ARKs, all the Tesla, everything is red except for Nikila. I don't know why I said that. But like other than that, all the Wall Street best stocks are BB, AMC. AMC went crazy at 300%, even though it dropped to $16. BB went up 30%. GME went up a lot too. Nicola went up a lot. Fubo, and then we got some Platir went up on the demo day. I guess it dropped after demo day, but today it created all-time highs at the 45 level. So yeah, so today is a pretty good day for all like Wall Street best stocks. But I just want you to point you guys out. Today Chamart went on the CNBC or NBC, and he pretty much just stuck up for our retail investors, and he was saying, this, it's not our fault, it's actually the hedge fund, Wall Street's fault for allowing this kind of like short interest to happen. And he's basically sticking with us. He doesn't need the 100K money, he's donating it. He doesn't need the money, he's just here to support our cause for us, for the individuals. He's doesn't like how Wall Street is, like controlling the market and rigging it, and when we beating them in their own game, they don't like it, so they're calling BS, and they're shutting down like all this and that, and they're throwing the stock price, they're shutting down brokers, they're like spreading fake news, and it's just mayhem because they don't get short squeezed. And Melvin is pretty much bankrupt because they sold their Alibaba stock to liquidate their stuff because the margin increased, so they have no choice but to liquidate their Alibaba stock. And Alibaba, you could see there was a huge volume. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about Alibaba stock, but basically GME have not short squeezed, although it's down after hours. I'm not worried at all because we hit 250 lows and we doubled today. So like there's definitely a lot of money to be made. What I'm trying to say is, look, the stock have not squeezed, and Grammar Squeeze is gonna have to come in following Monday, as long as the stock price closed over $200 a piece. And we're at 300, like 340, 350. Okay, I'm gonna say 300 as in current after close, but who cares? We're not gonna drop to 200. And when those Grammar Squeeze are happening, people are gonna be taking, people are gonna have to like buy the shares and the market makers, and just less shares on the free float. And when the short squeeze actually happens, the ratio is gonna be like 1-8, because if we do the math, if we're taking another 10 million off, there will be like roughly 20 million free float left, and there's around 80 million short. So that's like 1-4. And like when the Grammar Squeeze happen, I don't know, maybe they'll make more calls and we have more Grammar Squeeze, right? It'll be like an everlasting loop till the shorts get out and they buy at the top. Okay, so if anything go crazy, I did the math, right? And Volkswagen in 2008, when they short squeezed, they became the biggest company on the market, hitting over $1,000 a share. So I don't think GameStop gonna break $2 trillion a share. That would be crazy. Like, I would get rich off this. But here's my point. My point is, we could actually go to like 1,000 plus a share. It's not like, if you're thinking about 1,000 plus a share, it's very high risk. I totally agree at this level. If you got in lows at the 60s and 50s when I've been talking about this, you could check my first video I've been talking about since, like January, like 2-3 weeks ago, and I've been talking about the squeeze, and now it's actually occurring with a Grammar Squeeze. Although today wasn't a short squeeze, but it's gonna occur. You could tell because brokers are shutting down their stuff. Like people like, no, they don't want us to win, but we're gonna win. So yeah, that's it. And please let me know what you guys think below, and comment and like the video. And thank you. See you guys next time.